the law of practice. The law of practice states that it is impossible in this universe, I don't know about another universe, but I do know about this one. In this universe that we find ourselves in, it is impossible to do something over and over and over and over again, to practice it the same way every single time and not get better. It's impossible. Think about that. You can't, even if you wanted to, you can't. You can't stop yourself from getting better. You got to do it the same way every time. You got to practice it the same way. You got to do it the same. But it is impossible in this universe not to get better. You just have to make sure that you don't allow your account, which is a liar in the beginning. Your account lies to you. You have to make sure that you don't let the liar get the best of you. This is where faith comes into play. And you've got to look beyond the current reality. This is what was the darkest period of my life. I knew that I was onto something. I knew that I found the best thing for my life. I knew that I was getting better, but I had no evidence that what I knew was actually real. I had no evidence to show my mom and dad. I had no evidence to show to the world that I chose correctly. This lack of evidence went on for years for me. I knew it in my heart, but couldn't show it to the world. And it's a very frustrating thing. It's lonely. It's lonely AF. And let me just say this. No one will understand you. They might pretend to, but they won't. No one. No one can understand you. In fact, this a portion of what makes this journey so special because it's just you. In this journey, you have to face who you are. You've got to drop the ego to the point of view of seeing how ugly you are. You got to look yourself in the mirror without the filters, without the denial. You got to drop that stuff. You got to see your stupidity, see your lack of discipline, see your inability to do what you say you're going to do, see the fact that you are not a man of your word or a woman of your word. And you got to start taking the steps to become that. No one can help you do stuff like that. No one can help you improve your manhood, your womanhood, your humanhood, your discipline. These are things you do alone in the dark. And while you're operating on yourself in the dark, no one understands you. No one sees the work that's being done in the dark. There's no evidence to the world that a miracle is happening. Who sees the seed underground growing downward first? Doesn't a seed grow downward first in the ground? Isn't it in the dark? And doesn't it grow downward first? Aren't there roots that sprout and go downward first, then it goes upward? I do have that correct, right? A tree that's planted goes downward first, right? So why do you think that you should not go downward first? Huh? Why do you think you're exempt before you go up? If everything else in nature comes from the darkness first, right? You've got a conceived child is in the darkness of the mother's womb, unbeknownst to the rest of the world for a period of time. No evidence that a miracle is happening inside the woman's womb, right? Everything comes from the dark first. If you even go back and look at things through the lens of Christianity or religion, what's the first statement in the King James Version of the Bible? What does that say? Anybody know? What's the first words? Anybody know what the first words are? I'm the only one who went to church. In the beginning, there was what? There was darkness. What? It's supposed to be dark in the beginning. What, do you think you're special? In your beginning, it's supposed to be light? No, let there be light comes later, no? Darkness comes first. It's darkest before dawn, no? It's not the other way around. God help you if you get light first. God help you if you get light first. I pray for you. It's the most unnatural thing, because when you get what you're not supposed to have in this universe, oh my God, you better prepare yourself. Because that has to be corrected. And I am promising you, it will be corrected so viciously that you wish that light never came into your life. Look at what lottery winners experience. Look at what happens to them. No, I was talking about this earlier. You grow from the darkness. You grow from your losses. Your future wins are with you right now. They're just hiding from you inside of your current losses. You're out there searching for your winning trades out in no man's land, when in fact they're right with you inside of your losing trades. You got to crack them open and pull out the future wins. Do you understand this? They're with you right now. Your future is with you right now. It's not in the market. It's with you. It's inside of your trades, inside of your losses, inside of the darkness.